Hello everybody, myself Bandre A.N, Junior College Teacher, RBNB College, Sri Rampur. Students, previous video we have seen about the inchcap rock, this poem section 2.3. We have seen the icebreakers of this poem as well as the poet about the Robert Southey. Then the next video we have seen about some 7 stanzas of this poem, and now in this video today we are going to see the remaining stanza of this poem here. So let's see here the stanza number 8 here. The poet Robert Southey, in his poem The Inchcap Rock, it is the ballad. It is the long story, it is long poem, a dramatic, funny and ballad. It is about a special hero. And the abbot of Aberbrothock, he is the hero of this ballad. And the villain of this ballad is Sir Ralph Roher. So now see in stanza number 8 here. His eyes was on the inchcap float, quoth he, my men, put out the boat, and row me to the inchcap rock, and I will plug the abbot of Aberbrothock. See here, in this stanza, Sir Ralph Roher, he says to his sailor, quoth he means said he, quoth he means said he. His eyes was on the inchcap float there. He was looking at the floating object which is installed on the inchcap rock there. He was looking there. And that time he said to his sailor, what he said to, my men, put out the boat. Put out the boat and row me to the inchcap rock, and I will plug the abbot of Aberbrothock. Look at this. And he plugged the abbot of Aberbrothock there. Secondly, in stanza number 9 here, the boat is lowered, the boatmen row there, and to the inchcap rock they go. Sir Ralph bent over from the boat and he cut the bale from the inchcap float there. Due to his evil attitude or wickedness, he cut down that bale. But what is the intention behind him? Look at this. Sir Ralph Roher, he was a villain in this ballad, and due to that evil thought, he cut down the inchcap bell, and down sunk the bell with a gurgling sound. The bubbles rose and burst around. Quoth Sir Ralph, the next who come to the rock won't bless the abbot of Aberbrothock. Look at this. How strange person Sir Ralph Roher there. It means the person sailing towards the inchcap rock there and will not be able to listen the warning bell because he cut down that inchcap bell there, and no one can listen the sound of that warning bell. And then what's happened? They coiled their ship against the inchcap rock and die in that way, and he will not be able to bless the abbot here. That sailor, he will not be able to bless the abbot, and that the thing Sir Ralph Roher, he don't like it. He don't like someone blessed to the abbot of Aberbrothock there. Abbot means priest. Abbot means priest. Priest of the Aberbrothock. Sir Ralph Rohor, he don't like these things, so that's why he cut down the inchcap bell there. And he was out of hate, out of jealousy there. So secondly, in stanza number 10, what's happened here? Sir Ralph the Rohor sailed away his core disease from many a day, and now grown rich with a plunder store. He steers his course for Scotland's shore. We know he was a pirate, and he sailed away and went about the high sea looking for a ship to loot over time, and he had looted a great deal of rich there. He then set sail to go back to the Scotland there. And that time, so we can find here, so thick a haze, spreads the sky. They cannot see the sun on high. The wind had blown a gale all day. At evening, it had died away there. Look at this in stanza number 11. On the way, the ship was completely covered in a fog there. H-A-Z-E, haze means thin mist there. That ship was completely covered by the mist there, by the fog there. And now they cannot see the sun on high at that time. And the wind had blown a gale all day there. At evening, it had died away. That time a very strong wind there, and they could not even see the sun there, and they were blown out to the whole day by extremely strong wind there. So they did not know the direction where they were, due to that the atmosphere. So secondly, in next stanza, what he say? See here. On the deck, the rower takes his stand. So dark it is they see no land, quoth Sir Ralph. It will be lighter soon, for there is the dawn of the rising moon. In this stanza, Sir Ralph Rohor, he take his seat there. On the ship, he take his seat. At that time, so dark it is, they see no land. The sailors and the peoples, those who are on the ship, they are not looking the land anywhere, because they don't know where they were. And due to that thing, so here, due to darkness, they can't understand where they are. Sir Ralph Rohor said here, he quote here, he said here, it will be lighter soon. Means he encouraged his people, he encouraged the sailor there, that is, it will be soon light, it will be lighter soon there. And for there is the dawn of the rising moon. Means he always want to encourage them. He always want to support his men, his people there, that sailors there. So secondly, here, canst here. Look at this, canst here. Canst means cannot. Cannot here, said one, the breakers roar. That for me think we should be near the shore. Now where we are, I cannot tell, but I wish I could hear the inchcap bell. At that time, in this stanza, the poet explained, no one can hear the sound of the roaring waves there. But for me think, it seems to me, means it is archaic form of the word. It is archaic word. It means I think. It means I think. So the Sir Ralph Rohor said, for I think we should be near the shore. He guessed there just, we should be near the shore. And now where we are, I cannot tell. Again, Sir Ralph Rohr say, now I cannot tell you where we are there because there were too much darkness. But I wish I could hear the inchcap bell. Look at this. At that time, he wishing they will be listen the inchcap bell there, because he himself have cut down that bell. He was regretted there due to his attitude. What he was doing there, at the first he cut down the bell, because the other sellers, they blessed to the abbot of Aberbrother there, because he was installed the bell on inchcap rock there. So that's why Sir Ralph Rohr, he was cut down that bell, and now when he was in the critical situation, his ship was there. He can't understand where he was there. He can't understand their directions, where they were. So that time he realized, maybe he wished there he could be here the inchcap bell there. Then stanza number 14. They hear no sound, the swell is strong. Then swell is strong, though the wind had fallen, they drift along, till the vessel strikes with shivering shock. Oh Christ, it is the inchcap rock. What's happened at that time? In stanza number 14, the poet describes here, that is, they hear no sound because there were no inchcap bell. He already cut down it. Sir Ralph Rohr, he already cut down this bell. So that's why they cannot hear any sound there. And the swell is strong there. Though the wind had fallen, they drift along there. They move very slowly there, and till that time the vessels strikes with the shivering shock. And then Sir Ralph exclaimed that, oh Christ, it is the inchcap rock. Oh Christ, it is the inchcap rock. He exclaimed there. Look at this at that time, what's happened there. That ship of Sir Ralph Rohr, it was struck to the inchcap rock there. At that time, say in stanza number 14, what's happened here? Sir Ralph the Rohr tore his hair that time. He pulled his hair, and he cursed himself in his despair. He blamed himself there. He blamed himself there because he already himself cut down the bell there. And the waves rush in every side. The ship is sinking beneath the tide. That time what's happened? The waves rush in every side of the ship there, and that ship is sinking beneath the tide. And now at the last stanza number 16, he think there, but even in his dying fear, one dreadful sound could the Rohr hear, a sound as if with the inchcap bell the devil below was ringing his knell. He think there at the last time, at the time of his death there, he have a fear of dying there. He was too much fearful that time. And one dreadful sound he listened there. He could to Rohr hear there a very dreadful sound, a very strange sound there, and a sound as if with the inchcap bell. Look at this, that sound. It is look like the inchcap bell sound, but that sound was not the inchcap bell sound here. So which sound was it? A devil below was ringing the knell. It was devil, and below was ringing his knell there, means it is a funeral announcement of the death. This bell was the funeral announcement of death there. when they listen, when they heard the sound of ringing bell, and no other that the only one that it is the funeral announcement of the death there. Then he realized his mistake. He realized what he has done there. So I hope all of you understand this whole poem. Now we have completed the whole poem here. It is the ballad of Robert Southey. Now we are stop here. Thank you very much.